Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Decency Graphics here. Yeah. I know it's been a year since I posted a tutorial. Sorry. I was working on some projects which which kept me, very tight all this while. But I'm back and I'm back for good. Yeah. So I'm dropping a whole lot of tutorials. So if you're new here, please click on the subscribe button, turn on the post notification. If you are old to, thanks for staying around. So in today's tutorial, we are doing a very simple but yet creative church flyer in Photoshop. So without wasting much time, let's dive right into Photoshop. Alright, so we are here in Photoshop. So first off, we'll head over to new file, and then for the size we are going for 8 by 8 inches with 300 resolution pixels in pixels, sorry. And then for the name, I'm just going to do it CW Monday. So Monday Fly. Okay. So we hit on OK. Yes. So for my background, first I'm gonna go for a gradient, and then select this gradient overlay. And then I'm gonna go for 50. And then for the scale, I'm going for 121. Yes. So something like this. And then I'll go for my image. For my background image, I'm going to use this. Yes. So initially the main theme for the flyer is a talk on spiritual leadership. So it's more of like a discussion stuff. That's why I'm using this. I'm not using a prayerful background. So if one may ask why I'm using this kind of background, yes, I'll just drag it over here, and then I'm supposed to do a rasterizer. I'm supposed to rasterize the layer, yeah. But I would like to show this. So instead of me going this long process, I use shortcuts, and then it's a customized shortcut. So I want to teach you how you can do customized shortcuts real quick. So actually we all work faster. It helps with your workflow. So we just head over to edit, and then keyboard shortcuts. You understand? So when we are here, we just come to application menus, and then we go to layer. You see? So we just press on layer, and then you add the shortcuts we want to add. So for mine, it's rasterize. So I'll just look for rasterize, and then mine is on the layer, so I can just rasterize in the layer. That is control and then slash. So okay, so I use that always. So maybe you might see I've rasterized my layer, but I did not go like use the regular setting. I use the shortcuts to get used to it. Thank you. So what we are going to do next is that we are going to change it to a grayscale. So Control Shift U to change it to black and white. That is what I wanted to say. And then layer mask, we hit on this one to create a layer mask, and then go for gradient, and then we draw a gradient above like this, and then change the style to multiply, and then the percentage to 30. Yes, but then I later realized the image, sorry, the main flyer I used a green background, and then this flyer I'm designing currently, it's linked to a week-long program flyer. You see, so it's like a week celebration. So the celebration is the chaplaincy week celebration. So you see the watermark I created is green. So I later realized if I'm using this blue, it's not going to work like really well. It's not going to really match well. What I'm going to do is, instead of me coming to gradient and then changing the color, this is how sometimes I just change the color of my backgrounds. I just head over here and then press on hue and saturation, then hit on colorize. So I just bring this here and then increase the saturation, and then I darken the light. So something like this. Good. Yeah, so from this to this, now I have my view. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to just go to view, guide, and then new guide layouts, and then go with a 200. It's supposed to be a 200 pixels each. Good. So afterwards, I'm going to group this and then name it background. Yes. So afterwards, what I'm going to do next is I want to see how I'm going to arrange and then align my details. So I'm just going to bring the image first. Unfortunately for me, I wasn't able to get a high quality image, so I would have to manage this. Initially, the image I was given was not 2 kilobytes. But actually, how you could do this is how it's supposed to be. So I just have to manage. So I think something around like this area. But let me tilt this here a little bit. Okay, so I'm just hitting on Control T to bring out the transform and then I use it to transform. So I have something like this, and then what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to hit on Control, then press on this side to get the selection of the image, and then hit on Control Shift I to inverse the image and hit on delete. So it will delete those whitish stuff around the body. But unfortunately, this side is not yet gone, so I'll just come here and then pick my lasso to then draw all the way from here. Then hit on delete. Good. Okay, so then back we have this. So unfortunately the image is a bit darker for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to head over to filter, then camera raw. I've already designed this flyer. I'm just redesigning it for you to see the workflow process. So I would apply the previous settings I used so you see how I did it. So I just increased the exposure, added highlights of 11, shadows of 3 or 4, yes, and then decrease the white to -50. So it's supposed to be -50, and then black to -19, and then I think I added a little bit of vibrance to it, and then sharpening. I added some sharpening to the image. 70 sharpening. Okay, so the image would look a little bit brighter. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is that I'm going to bring in the logo. So I will align this for the head to hit the anchor exactly. Yes, so I'm just using my arrow keys to do this. And then afterwards, I'm going to bring in the logo. But I've been doing their work, so I have their logo. So I'm just going to drag and drop. Yes, to avoid any. I just drag. Sorry, here. So transform. Okay, and then what I want to do is that I want the alignment to be from the right to the left. So I'm going to make sure each and everything is in aligned at these ankles, like it's really aligned. It's going to help the flyer look beautiful. So always put it in mind that you are going to align your flyers whenever you are working. And then so I'm supposed to do a present, and then I still have a present over here, so I'm still going to steal it. So yes, bring it here, and then expand it a little bit. So transform. Unfortunately, the image was from a rectangle shape, so it's trying to lose the border. So I'm just going to return the borders back. Yes, and then with the present, I'm just going to change the font from regular to semi bold to have something like this. Okay, let me take this. Okay, so something like this. So, okay, and then I have these two. So afterwards, what I'm going to bring next is the thing that I was given, that is a talk on spiritual leadership. But what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to separate out the spiritual leadership, just this. So this is going to be a bit bolder than a talk on. So go for my T, that is my text, and then paste. And then I'm going to go for a -30 with spacing, little spacing, and then with the fonts, I'm going to go with big middle fonts, and then Control T so I can get a transform and then expand it. So I'm just going to do this, and then what I'm going to do next is that increase the size for it to match the P. And then increase the size. So we are supposed to get something like this, and then for the spacing, I'm going to go for a 280 pixels, so something like this here. So what I'm going to do now is that I don't want to leave this raw like that, so I'm just going to make a copy of this for security reasons, and then turn off the visibility of the very first one, and then do a right click and then create, that is convert to shape. So now I can work on the angle. So if I select my P, that is my pen tool, I can just do a little bit change here. So what I'm going to do is that I'll select this angle and then bring it here, and then select this one to here. So this, and then the last one I think I would do to it's to this side. Sorry. Okay, and then add one here. Okay. Okay, so and then bring this to I'm gonna have something like this. Yes, initial, but I don't want it to be too down like this because of the main text. So I would rather bring this up. I'm gonna bring it to the top like this, and then I'll select this anchor and then let it hit up to this side, and then bring this to this side. So I'm going to have something like this, and then reduce this one a little bit. So now it's going to be more of something like this. So let me reduce the top a little bit. So okay, so something like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over here and then give it a fill, that is a gradient fill. And then what I'm going to do next is for the gradient fill, I'm going to use a gradient I created myself not long ago. So this is the gradient, this is how it looks like. So I'm just going to go for a linear and then go for 0 and then drag this to have something like this, and then scale of 1 to 1. So something like this. And then what I'm going to do next is that I'll go for my next PNG. I downloaded this from PNG Egg, so this is going to aid me. I don't want to leave the text raw, I don't want to leave the remaining text just raw like that. So So for this I'll just over to the effect and then also add a gradient overlay to the PNG I got. So this is the gradient overlay I used, this red and then this color, and okay, and then I bring a text. So the text I'm bringing initially is this text, a talk on spiritual leadership. So a talk on, so and then I paste it. I paste it, and this time I'm going to use my regular Montserrat font. So then change it to extra bold. Let's see, extra bold. And then what I'm going to do now is I hit on Control T, go to the wrap, and then change it from arc to flag, and then this. So I'm gonna have something like this. Perfect. So a talk on spiritual leadership. Nice. So now what we are going to do now is to bring in the date and time. So I'm just going to copy Monday. Okay, so this time I'm going to go for a semi bold, and then the 60 pixels for the size, and then 450 for the letter spacing. Good. And then make a duplicate with Control J, of course, and then 29 April, and then paste. At this time goes with the -30 because I'm going to use the big middle fonts. Hit on it. Okay. Okay, so and then I'm just going to bring this to here, and then this is going to be 2020 for the year. So 2024. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a -30, but I'm going to use extra bold. So and then to avoid some initially I decided to do the location before the time, but I think I should do the time before the location. So what I'll do is I'll go for the rectangle to, and then for the color I'll just go for a much more light color. Let's see if this color will do. Yeah, so this is supposed to match my look, so this is the color code. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put my look to, and then okay, and then for the text it's going to be 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Okay, and then this. Okay, but this time it's too bold, so I'm going for a regular bold. And then to avoid making the shape too boring, I'm just going to go for a seamless background here, and then drop it. So I'm going to do a clipping mask, so I drop it into the clipping mask, change it to multiply, and then opacity of 20. So I'm going to have something like this. And then what I'm going to do next is that I'm going to go to my text too, and then the location, that is the ATU Akwaaba Lodge. So paste it. So the alignment is going to be like this, and then So I'll add at sign, so everybody will get to know say it's a location, you see. Okay, Control T. So let's bring it's too long. So okay, so afterwards, what I'm going to do next is that, as said earlier, I have the watermark for the program, so I would like to place the watermark on top of the flyer, so somebody will get to know that the flyer is, it's related to the week celebration. So, so So I think we're done. Nope, we are not. So it's left with the name of the speaker. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm just going to go for an ellipse to hold on shift so I have a perfect circle. And then for the fill, I'm going to go for the same gradient fill I used, but this time instead of 50, I think we are still going to go for 50. Yes, but I'm just going to push it to make it a bit darker. Good. And then we'll make a duplicate, Control J, and then the lower part I'll just Control T and then increase it. Now I'll go to the properties and then turn off the fill, but rather turn on stroke and then give it 7 pixels, I think. Good. So Control T, so 5 pixels, I think. Good. So I'll just go for a layer mask and then brush. So sorry. Good. So good. So just to make the design nice, that is what I'm doing. It's not anything like, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for another the same seamless, then drop it, create a clipping mask, multiply, and then 20 to make it busy, but let me keep it at 10 rather, cause so for the text too, and then the name, so Apostle George, I can't say the other one because it's not a common name for me. So instead of the long Apostle, I'm going to shorten it, then Apostle George. Sorry, okay. So, wait. Okay, so we have something like this. Okay, and then what I'm going to do next is that I would like to add something to beautify the design, so I'm just going to add a speaker, but then the speaker is not going to be visible. So what I'm going to use this font, that is the autograph. Let me see, autograph. Yes. So not this autograph, and then 10 of this all caps. So I'm going to have something like this. Sorry. So, yes, so something like this, and then change the font color. Sorry, I'm going to change the font color to this. Okay, so I have something like this. Let me align it well around the circle. Okay, and then so I'm just going to group it and then hit on Control T just to enlarge it and then bring it down here like yes. And we are good. We are done. So it was a Roy Decency Graphics here, taking you through a step-by-step tutorial on how to create a simple but yet creative church flyer design with Photoshop. If you are new, kindly hit on the subscribe button and turn on the post notification. If you are old too, thanks for staying around. See you in the next video. I'm out.